Hello, welcome to Texas and my craft room. I am Pam Savage, and I am owner and founder of Young at Heart Creations. Can't talk tonight. Alrighty, I've been teasing you all day with what we're doing. I'm working on no pattern or anything, just trying to see how this is going to turn out. I think I know what we're going to do on here. We're going to try it and see. I'd already started it, and so I thought I was going to do something new and just start fresh with you tonight, but I decided to go ahead and I needed to get this finished. So this is what we're going to be working on. It's a rain boot and it has flowers in it. You saw, if you watched my video just a few minutes ago on some items I have for sale on my website, Hygiene, you saw this painted in a completely different way. So let me show you that one. I've got a sample over here. So same pattern, just different colors that we're doing. So all springy colors here, and just some spring sunflowers. Here, I guess spring, those sunflowers just seem to go any time of the year. Spring, fall, summer. But anyway, so that's what we're going to work on tonight. And I appreciate you coming in. Don't forget to tell me who you are and where you're from if you're a newbie. I've got several newbies on here. On my page that have not been on before. So several new followers this week. Thank you. I'm at 1232, I think. So we're working on another happy mail. When we get to 1300, I'll send out another happy mail. So let me go ahead and get you pulled up over here on my little iPad so I can try to keep up with comments. There we are. And let me make sure that sound is not on for me. Okay, all right, I see Miss Jean, so that means we're good to go. Okay, so I've got a little more work to do on the top here, so we're going to go ahead and work on that. This is a long piece, so it's about 23 inches, so long. It's going to be hard to kind of maneuver it here, so I'm going to bring you down, and hopefully you can see. Let's see if that's good enough there. All right, I think that should do okay. Okay, so I have gone around and shaded on each of the leaves, and so I'm going to go around now with this is Delta Ceramic Coat, and it's apple green, to do some highlighting on them. Just let me get everything going here. I won't need much. I'm just going to put a little dot out there. And I'm going to use a little angle brush. All right, let me get everything situated here. I just did that live a few minutes ago on the new announcement about my website, and you can purchase some of these items on there now, and still need to make it pretty. We're working on that, but Mr. David has been learning and working so hard to get everything up and running. We both have, so I'm excited about it. Okay, alrighty, let's see if we can get, hi Karen. Hello, Miss Peggy, Karen, and Jean. So glad you could hop on. Join me in my craft room tonight. I miss you guys when I have to miss a week for any reason. All right, so I'm going to go through and just put some of this apple green on there just to give it a little bit of highlight. And I had already base coated this green for, I did some extras for a paint party because we've done this a lot, this shape a lot for with paint parties. And so I'd already base coated this. Now, typically when I'm shading, I'll add a little bit of the base coat color on it. They don't make this color anymore. It was tropical green, I believe. They do not make it anymore. So I'm just going to go with just putting the highlight color on there. So I'm just getting a little bit on the corner of my brush and just kind of working it in a little bit. Just to give it some highlights. Just another layer. Not much, just enough to, again, just give it a little depth and just kind of give us our light source as to where the light would be coming from on it. Now again, I did not know what I was going to be doing on this. I just kind of pulled it out yesterday and started painting because I hadn't painted in since I painted with you last week, and I was craving some painting, but I've been so busy trying to get the technical part of the business going so I could offer you guys that have been sending me messages going, how come I can't purchase something? I can't come to your craft shows. I don't live in Texas. Is there any way we can purchase from you? Well, I don't really take orders, so I just put some items on there that I have already made up, and that are either some extras or some things that I made a while back that I do the backs a little differently now. And so anyway, I've marked them way down from what they would be if I took them to the craft show or my paint parties. A lot of times when I do a paint party or a paint event, I will set up a little sales booth and take them there. But I wanted to give you first choice at the markdown prices, because once, especially when I mark them down, but once I make them available, they don't last very long. Okay, so I think that's plenty of the highlighting on that. Now let's make some little veins for the leaves, just here and there. Hi, Roxy. Thank you. Hi, Vicki. Well, this is one of my, it's either going to be a flip or a flop. It's not a pattern. It's just kind of like when you're cooking. You don't really have a recipe or thing. You just start grabbing everything that's in the refrigerator and throwing it together. It's either going to be a hit or it's going to be, what is this? So we'll see. But you know what? It's just paint. We can paint over it. If it doesn't work out like I think it does, you know, in my head like I think it's going to. Okay, so I'm using my long, love my 30-aught liner brush to do some veins. Master's Touch. Get it at Hobby Lobby. Takes a little getting used to kind of control it, but I absolutely love it. All right, so we're just going to do a few little veins here. Just almost just a hint of some. So we're also going to do another little layer on here that may even cover some of them up, but I just wanted to have one. Some of the leaves are oops, sorry, out of camera. Some of the leaves are going behind the flower petals. So I'm just very, very lightly putting some on there. Okay, we've got a leaf here. All right, I don't like that one. Okay, turn it a little bit. I'm sure I'm going to knock something off. If I weren't on camera, I would be kind of holding it in my lap to do it. But you wouldn't be able to see it very good that way. And again, this one was the Plantation Pine. It's a really dark green. I love it. I told you I got my iPad Pro and my Apple Pencil so that I could learn how to do Procreate, suck it up, Buttercup, and quit being afraid of the technology part of it and do it. Well, it's still sitting on the shelf in the box. Haven't done anything with it yet, but I will. Darken that one up just a little bit. Okay, and that's about all I'm going to do with that. Got some little stems going there that we'd already put in. Okay, so I want to try now, I think with a little bit of yellow first. Let's go with, this is Hay with Anita's. And let's put some yellow, and then let's go down with some white. And I'm going to try to sponge that on. It's not going to take a lot. But I've got a little sea sponge here that we're just going to kind of use the end. I'm just going to kind of ball it up and get some of that moisture out of it. I have washed it out. Okay, and let's see if we can do some background flowers here. Okay, so you want to get it on, but then you want to get most of it off. And let's just start pouncing all around like there's some more little flowers in there. So this is the yellow, and then we'll come back and do it also in the white. Just to kind of give it some filler. Okay, so that put a little bit of filler in it. Now I'm just going to wipe that off on my napkin over here, and then we're going to go in and add some white. Okay, so I'm going to just ball it back up. And each sponge will be different and will give you a little different texture. Now, may not go quite as heavy with the white because it does pop. And I want to be careful and not push it. I just want to dab it on. Okay, but yellow and white. Do you think it needs another color on it? Hello, Marie, the Crafty Palette. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Rosie. Thanks, everyone, for hopping on. If you've just gotten on, I just did a video a few minutes ago about the new announcement trying to get my website, or the website is, we just launched it as far as being able to purchase some of my painted items on there. So go check that out, youngatheartcreations.com. youngatheartcreations.com. Marie, I've got some black on here. I know you like the black. Okay, so that gave us a little more, another layer, a little more dimension to it. So do you think it needs another color? I could go with one more, a little bit lighter color yellow with the sunny day. Let's add some of that. Get it out of the box. Okay, Crystal, if you'll show me how to use it, I will. I know. I'm determined. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We've just been so busy on the website. stuff trying to get that done and figure out how to load pictures and put the description in. There's a whole lot more to it than you realize. Crystal painted one of these with all the different colors on it, the springy colors, bright colors at one of my paint parties. She would tell you differently, but she did amazing. Okay, so I'm done with that now, I think. I think that's plenty with that. But I am going to come through with my little daughter, not daughter, D-O-T-T-E-R. And I'm going to put a few little dots here and there. Actually, I'm going to use my little tool. Now, you could do it with a daughter as well. You could do it with this. This is a special tool that I have that I had made for me. Hi, Brandy. Hello, Shelby. All right, you guys, you've got so many new ones on here. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that sprinkle button to sprinkle it out to your page and your friends. I would appreciate that. Anytime you comment on somebody's live, when you give a comment, or you S-H-A-R-E, or you give thumbs up or hearts or anything like that, Facebook recognizes that and will send our videos out to more audience viewers. So say I had only, I was at 100 followers. Well, out of that 100, Facebook only sends your video out to 10 people. 10 of those followers, Facebook would send it out to. Well, the more comments you get, the more feedback you get, the more hearts, the more videos that of ours that you send out to your friends, that you put on your page, then they will up that by 7 times or something like that. I don't know the exact number, but so it really, really helps and makes Facebook kind of notice us a little more. Yep, I missed that dot. Okay, let's put one up here. Now, I can get carried away with these because it is fun and it's relaxing. I don't want too many, but I do just wanted to set it apart a little bit. I can even go in and put a middle color, for the center, I think would add some to it. So let's do that. Let me wash this off. Okay, we'll lay that aside. Now I'm going to use just the regular daughter. And let's go in with the yellow. Or let's go in with, this is antique gold. Let's use that. This is all an experiment, so we'll just see. Thank you, Peggy. Thanks, Roxy. Thank you so much. What is the dotting tool? I'm definitely going to have to watch the replay. Okay, the one that I just made the 5 little petals with, this one, Marie, they don't sell these anywhere. I had a gentleman special make this for me. He has a machine shop, so this is the only one in the world. And I guard it with my life. My kids know and my grandchildren know that when they are here, they do not use that. That only Grammy gets to use that one. Okay, so now the daughter. I think you probably all have these, or stylists, but I get these you can get a single one at Dollar Tree for $1.25, and you can get a pack of 3 at Hobby Lobby over in the art section. I don't remember how much they are, but it comes in a pack of 3, so you get 6 different size dots. Okay, now we got to remember these dots are still wet. It takes them just a little bit to dry, so you don't want to lay your hand in one, and I probably will. So I'm not putting any really bright colors on this because of what we're going to do down here on the boot itself. I've also been watching a training course all day long with Mr. Pam, my hubby. His real name is David, but Crystal Dawn on here at one of the paint parties, because he was such a helper, named him Mr. Pam, and that has just stuck everywhere we go now. They don't even call him by his name. It's hi, Mr. Pam. Well, Mr. Pam, will you go get this? Or Mr. Pam this. So he is now Mr. Pam. I need to get him an apron that says Mr. Pam. Okay, I think that added a lot to it. Not knowing what I'm doing, just kind of doing it as we go. I think that added quite a bit to it. I gotta be careful because those dots are really still wet. Okay. So let me dry those just a little bit. You don't want to get them too hot right after you've done them because they'll kind of bubble up or melt. But I do want to get them just warm enough to where it will set them. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Catherine. I know it is cool. I told him we could make a fortune if he would make me a bunch of them. But he makes like 2 ton. I mean, literally 2 ton. It takes a 18-wheeler to deliver them. 2 ton bearings for different things. So my little craft tool was not top on his priority list. So I was just so thrilled that he at least made me that one. Made me one. Okay, I think that'll set them enough to where they're not going to run. They look dry, but they're not. Remember, it's a puddle, so it takes them a little while to dry. So many things you can do with these. Now again, you can do them individually with your daughter. Just dot 5 little dots around and get the exact same effect. It takes you a little bit longer. Okay, so what I had in mind for this, I've got all my paints up here, is instead of doing it a solid color, I first was going to do just buffalo plaid on here. But I got to thinking I was going to just Mod Podge some napkins on here. I didn't have any material, any fabric to do it, and so I was going to just Mod Podge on here. But I think I've decided to use a stencil. I don't do a lot of stenciling on here. So what do you think? I'll come right up to that. Doing this diamond in black. Hi, Myra. Hello, Annette. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. I'm kind of experimenting here, so I'm not sure what this is going to turn out like. I had several different designs that I was looking at, and I finally decided I think this one would look okay. Not real sure. Might go back and do the top in a different color, but I thought about doing this in black. All right, everybody give me your opinion. What do you think? Do you think that would, thank you, Tammy. Do you think that would look all right? I'm going to tape it down while you're thinking. I need your input on this. You'll need to help me. This is one, again, that I just kind of at the last minute decided, I think that might look okay. I don't know. I like how the flowers turned out. I'm okay with that. You'll have to go back to the beginning and see the one I did in different colors. The one I did in all the springy colors, that one is on the website right now for sale. I've got that marked down. I've got several items on there. So you'll have to go back and watch the video right before this one. Got several items that we loaded that are marked way down just for you guys. I have not announced it to the public yet, just on here. So I'm going to give it a day or two before I do that. So you've got a head start on them. Okay, so I'm just taping my stencil down so it doesn't go anywhere. Black or lime green? Okay, I think I'm gonna go with black. That's kind of what I've had in my mind, but I think lime green would be pretty too. Black. Okay, I know Marie's gonna go for black. She loves the black. Okay, getting nervous here. I don't do a lot of stenciling, but you know what? We're gonna try it. All right, let me see what I did with my stencils. Just a makeup sponge, a little makeup wedge from, this one's from Dollar General, I believe. Okay, so let's get some black going here. Now, the secret to stenciling is less is more. So you want to get it on your sponge, but then you want to get it off of your sponge. So I'm going to use this here. I'm going to load it on, and then I'm going to offload it. Especially with black, see, it's really thick on there right now, but I want to get most of that off. So I offloaded most of it on this sack, and then we'll just start pouncing and keep our fingers crossed. If you get too much paint on it, on your sponge, then you have a much better chance of it bleeding. And right now I want to lift it up and see what it's doing, but I'm not. I'm gonna be good. Okay, so I'm gonna offload it again. And then the more you do it, your sponge is going to start getting saturated. It's okay that I got over here because I'm going to do that one too. But, and the coverage will be better. You can always go back and redo it if you need to. A couple spots I missed there. Holding my breath because I don't know what this is going to look like. We'll see. We're either going to love it or it'll be in my repaint pile tomorrow. And remember, it always looks worse before it looks better. And I'm just pinching it right about there. So I've got good control over it. Tell you who the stencil queen is, and that's Erica Wallace with Wallace House Designs. She just does it and doesn't even really think about it. She's very good at it. That reminds me, Wallace House Designs, she has a membership club that is called the Painters Studio, which I am a member of. I've learned so much from her. She has it open right now. She does. It's not open all the time for new members. She just opened it, and it's just go to Wallace House Designs. It's Erica Wallace, and I'm not going to give any information on it because I don't know what all the details are as far as cost and everything. But she did a video a live today on the Wallace House Designs talking about it, and she can give the details, but it's very inexpensive compared to a lot of them, but you will not be sorry. She just has a way of explaining things, what she's doing, that just I've just never ever heard anyone explain things the way that she does. And I've learned a lot of techniques from her. And she's got the cutest little girl, Raylynn, that gets on there every now and then. So if this doesn't turn out, I may be calling her tonight and go, Erica, help. What do I do to fix this? Okay, we're getting down to the bottom. Now I will come through and do some highlighting along the heel and sole to separate these down here, since they're both black. Get just a little more paint. So go check Erica out. And anybody on here right now, some people that have their pages like this and do lives, they don't like for you to put your business name on here, you know, on their lives, but I do not mind at all. When I'm live, you're welcome to put your business name. If you have a business page, Facebook page, you're welcome to put that on there. Or if you have an Etsy shop or anything like that, feel free to do that. All right, we're getting close down here. Then we'll do the reveal. I can already see one that I had a little bit too much paint on it, and I think it bled a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. It is fixable. Whether it turns out right or not, this is fun. Good stress reliever. Okay, one more here. Okay, moment of truth. Now I'm just going to put this in some water, but you can just cut it off and, you know, don't throw this away. You can just cut that edge off and start over with the other one. I'm going to go ahead and put it in some water because I may just wash it out. I do a lot of times. A lot of people do not. They just cut them and gone, but I've used that one I don't know how many times, and it's doing okay. All right, let's see here. I think I had another one in here somewhere, because I see a spot I missed, and I've already put that in the water, so let me... Yeah, see, I've used this one before, but it'll be fine. So as it starts drying, I see a few little spots that I missed. A little more paint on it. Hi, Nancy, Monica, and Teresa. Now, if you're watching the replay later on after this, be sure to put hashtag replay. And maybe where you're from. And especially all of you tonight, if you are a newbie, if this is your first time catching one of my lives, if you're new to my page, just put newbie or hello newbie. I'm a newbie, and let everybody say hi to you. We have a lot of fun in here. As you can tell, sometimes I know exactly what I'm doing and it's all planned out. And then other times, it is not. But sometimes those turn out to be the best ones. Last week we painted, we did Mod Podge, we painted, we used fabric. I wasn't real sure how it was going to turn out. And it turned out really cute, and I ended up giving it away as Happy Mail. We did a drawing for Happy Mail because I had reached another 100 followers. All right. I think that's going to have to do it. All right, you ready? Let me dry it a little bit. Oh, I'm so sorry, Laura. Yeah, I always get a headache when they dilate my eyes. I hope you feel better. Get some rest. You always watch the replay. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to hit you. All right, what do we think? It's so long, it's hard to get. Let me pull you up this way. Okay, let me pull you up this way. Now I'll go down here and add a little bit down there at the bottom, just like some of them, some half ones, I think. Okay, see the difference? The little background pouncing made up here. I'm not going to touch those little dots because they're probably still not completely dry. Okay, so what I think I need, I either need some black dots, little dots in here, not flowers, but just dots, or some of this background color or white in the middle. Thank y'all for the hearts. Look how red my face is. It's hot up here tonight. Some little white dots in the diamonds. So I could do white dots in the diamonds or black dots in the white diamonds. So what do you think? Which would you do? Or would you? Or would you just leave it like it is as far as the diamonds? I need to do some shading up here. So what do you think? Think it needs some dots. Black dots in the cream color, the background. Thank you, Marie. Thanks, Robin. Thank you so much. I love all these new names that are on here tonight. Thank you. Don't forget to spread the love by hitting that S-H-A-R-E button. Okay, Roxy likes it just like it is. Okay, I'm seeing more votes. Roxy, I think you and I think we're outvoted. I think, let's do some and see, because I can always paint over it if it doesn't look just right. So let's get some more black on here. I've got a little touch up I need to do around the edges of a couple of them, but most of them are pretty sharp. The stencil is from Tamara Bennett's shop, Southern Adornments, A-D-O-O-R-N, Ments, southernadornments.com, or shopdoorhangers.com is probably where you'll find it, shopdoorhangers.com. And she has all kinds of stencils. And so I think that's where I got, I know that's where I got this one. Okay, so we're going to put some dots on here. And you want to be careful not to do this super fast because it'll splatter. So the training that I was in today, or the online videos that we were watching, Mr. Pam watched them with me, was how to start a membership. Lots of tips and things on how to start a membership. So my brain is thinking towards that goal. It's going to take a lot of work to get it ready to go. But I think we can do it. I just got to tell myself, you can do it. You can do it. I've been having several of you ask me about one for probably at least a year now. Now that I have Mr. Pam to help me with the technical part of it, I'm not near as afraid of it. So I've got so much I would love to do with one, but it is a little scary. It's a big commitment. All right, let's see what you think about that. Okay, those let me kind of dry those dots just a little bit just to set them. Let me put it back down just a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, I was not on camera. I'm so sorry, I forgot to put it back down. So all I did was in the sections, the cream color sections, I just did a little dot with the dotter. Just dipped in the black and then put a dot. So that's all I did. So sorry. Forgot I'd raised it up. So I'm just setting these so I can kind of lift it up a little bit. But it still takes them a little while to dry because it is just a deep puddle of paint. And if Erica's watching right now, she's probably having a tick because it looks unfinished here. But I promise I will go back with it, and I got to go get another sponge to finish it out. I should have looked before I pulled it up, but all right. So let me pull you back up, and then I'll pull you back down when we're doing the shading. I think that set them enough that they should be fine. All right, what do you think? I don't think the dots take away from it. I think that added from it. What do you think, Roxy? You and I were kind of hesitant about the dots, but I think now that I've got them on there, I think it looks okay. It's gonna be pretty. My wall is green back here, so it would look pretty on a green wall or a door. Looks little back there. It is 22 inches long, so it's or tall, so it's pretty big. Thanks, Annette. All right, Marie, yay. Okay, she likes the small dots. Yeah, it probably sounded like I meant polka dots. I think polka dots would be way too busy. So there we go. And you can see on, it's this one right here. Now, that may not even bother some of you, but it's a little rough on the, it's kind of hard to tell. It's a little bled, just a tad underneath it, but I will have to go, my OCD will make me have to go through and just kind of clean it up a little bit. So we'll do that. Okay, now what I want to show you, because I did have someone ask me the other day, how do you keep it from getting on the back, on the paint on the back? First of all, when you're painting something, you don't want to paint it, I'm going to bring you down. You don't want to bring your paint from the outside in, that's going to create it a puddle on the edge. It's going to end up getting on the back. You're going to lay it down and it's going to smear on there. You always want to start from the center or start from the edge here, but feather it out away from your piece. Feather it completely out away from it. Don't go down like this. Just feather out straight like that. Okay? And then to get the edge, you can either use, there are markers, furniture markers from Dollar Tree or $1.25 Tree, whatever it is. These are furniture markers to fix scratches and things on furniture. You can use that and just zip around it. Or if you don't have any of those, okay, now I've got that edge already painted. None on the back. It's all clean on the back. So the way I do that is I take my flat brush. Let's just go ahead and use this one. This is just a Crafter's Choice and it's a number 10. Okay, so I'm just going to get it flat on the edges there on both sides. And I'm not going to rub it on. Not going to rub it. Now I might hold it to kind of smooth it out up and down this way, but I'm not going to go this way. It's going to get on the back. I'm going to pat it on. See how I'm just patting it? And you'll have to load and unload it a few times to do it. The marker is really fast if you're doing it with the marker. But a lot of times I don't even reach for the marker. I just do it this way. I just pat it on the edge there. And so I'll just pat all the way around. I don't want to scrape and get it on the front side. And you know, really the back, if it's something that's going to be hanging on the wall, it's not going to show, but I like to send out clean pieces. A couple of those that I put on the website for sale. It's before I learned how to do this. I don't know what finally clicked with me that, hey, you're doing it wrong. So one or two of those might have some paint on the back, but that's why they're marked way down. Nice and clean. Don't have anything on the back. And if you do get something on the back, if you will grab a baby wipe really quick, you can get it off. Black is a little less forgiving than other colors. Okay, I don't know how to do this so that you can see what I'm doing. Maybe you can see better that way. Okay, so that edge is completely done. And nothing on the back. Okay, so we're good on that. And that black takes over everything. Okay, let's dry that edge a little bit before I get black everywhere. And then I will spray seal, put a spray sealer on it. Probably glossy. And this one's got so much going on, I don't think it will need a bow on it. Okay, That should be good on there. Okay, let's see what else we need on it. Hi, Chris. Hi, Marilyn and Michelle. Okay, I think rather than, all I need to do is clean it up. I may put a few highlights here just to kind of finish it up, but let's see what it looks like with some gray. Let me get some gray to put some shading on there. We've got enough time. This is Ceramcoat Hammered Iron. It's an old one that I've had for a long time, but it's dark enough that I think it will look really good on there if I can get it open. I've probably had it 15 years. All right, let's see what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna use that same flat brush that I was just patting everything with. And I'm just getting it a little moist. Just gonna get a little bit on the corner. I almost did it in the black. Gonna work it in a little bit. Okay, put a little more water. Okay, this is called floating. If it's darker than your base coat color that you're doing it on, it's shading. And if it is lighter, then it's called highlighting. So right now we would be highlighting because this gray is lighter than the black. Kind of hard to see with my ring light. So add just a little bit more. On this side. Okay, and then let's do the same thing on the bottom edge. Flip it around here. Just put a little bit of moisture on it. You can use a spray bottle. If your paint is still wet, then you're good to just do it that way. Let's go ahead and load both sides here. I'm going to load the bottom half in my black and then in my gray and blend them together that way. And reload. I'm just blending them together. Do any of you decorate with sunflowers? I know they're very popular. And they have been for quite a while. I think they're one of those timeless things that are just going to be around forever. And then we're going to do the edges. This is not the best floating brush, but we're making it work. Okay, I want to make sure that that corner's dry. If not, then I'm just going to wipe off what I just did. So that's dry enough. Just going to come right around that edge. Okay, now let's do the same thing on this one. And go down. Okay, we should be good there. Now let's come down and do this. Let me turn it this way. Sorry, I know I'm making you busy with all those patterns. It's just such an awkward size for my little bitty space here. So I'm going to do the heel. Okay, get our black on. Go right underneath, just to kind of separate the heel from the shoe, from the boot. Okay, instant separation. Now let's go down the sides. I am planning, I don't have a date yet, but I am planning a paint day retreat. I'm not sure what we're going to, it's just in the very baby stages right now. May even do 2. And it would be here in Sherman. So those of you that are on here tonight, this is no commitment or anything. So, but if I were to do one, I'm not close to an airport. Now, if I went down in the Dallas area and did one, and this is nothing like a Tamara Bennett live event, nothing like that. It's more of just a paint retreat, get together. I would have some projects for you to paint, show you how to paint them step by step. And just for us to all get together and have a great time. And just be together with all the other painters. I did one a couple of years ago. Or maybe it was last year. I guess it was last year that I did one. Last August. And we had so much fun. Make sure I don't knock my water over there. It was a one-day, an all-day Saturday. And it was here close to my home. So my question is, if I were to do another one, I would probably do it here local again, but I would do it at a hotel this time. Several got a hotel, but they had to drive about 15 minutes to where the facility was, where we were actually having it. When I did it last year, many places were still in lockdown because of COVID and just weren't doing, letting you use their facilities. But that's kind of changed now. So I would do it in a hotel. My question is, would you prefer a 2-day, a Friday and Saturday, and stay 2 nights. And it would, you know, that would cost a little more because you'd have 2 nights of hotel. And I would have to pay for two days of using the facility. So I would have to pay more for that. So it would run a little bit more. But would you prefer a 1-day or a 2-day? A Friday and Saturday or just a Saturday? And I usually set up a little booth just selling, you know, a few little things here. But, and we have door prizes, of course. I put a few here. We had lots of drawings. Then we had a grand prize. We had so much fun. And the ladies did amazing on the pieces that we did. Okay, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's showing up really well here. So let me know if you would even be interested in it. We just had the best time last year when we did it. And so I was thinking, you know, we just might need to do another one. I ended up breaking even on that one last year. My first one to do, and I've had paint parties, but as far as renting a facility, I had never done that before. So it was definitely not a you know, big money maker. They never are, even the big ones that the girls do, like Tamara and them, the ones that they do. They've always said, you know, it's not a big money maker. And there's a lot of cost that goes into it. Just for instance, when you purchase something from me, or you pay for an event, I had an online class that I did a few months ago, and you know, the ladies paid for that, and I kept the cost way down on that. But then what you don't realize is I use Square for payment, and they charge a fee. Apple charged a fee. Facebook charged a fee. Google charged a fee. So by the time everything was said and done, you know, I had paid a lot of fees on it that I wasn't real aware of. Okay, so I'm going to put just a little bit of highlight on here. Let's just do, I don't want a lot. Let's do 3 little dots, and then just add some little detail, a little more detail to it. Just to kind of break up all that black. And I'm going to get a little bit of gray down here to put some grain in the heel. I think that's good on that one. And I'll put a little bit on this highlight on the toe here. And I know I've got these highlights up here in that apple green, but let's go ahead and put a few little white highlights up here. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, look at that just a minute. See if you think it needs anything else. Let me grab something right quick. I had a little idea. See if I've got any. Maybe too big. Maybe too long, but let's see. Hi, Janet. Is it Janet or Jeanette? Hi, Dawn. Thanks so much. Yeah, I think this may, let me cut this off. I don't know. What do you think? I know that's backwards for you. Okay, it's welcome. I turned it around backwards for me so that you could see it. So to paint this either in the gray or the white or even that color, should I put welcome on it or should I leave it blank? Got it kind of crooked here. Okay, so what do you think? One more decision for you. You guys have pretty much done this one tonight. So welcome or no welcome? Welcome or no welcome? All right, I'm going to bring you up here. Archon's wanting to fall down here. All right, let me hold it up this way. Okay, there's with the welcome. Of course, it would be straight. Or without the welcome. What you say? Love the welcome, like the welcome, yes. Okay, now then, what color? This color, just the natural wood's almost the same color as our base. So does that color look, I think that color looks good. Just with what we've got the base with, just go with it. Shows up good. I think white would be too stark. So let's do that. So let's just do that. Don't want to knock my water over. I'm getting close to doing that. Okay, now I need to remember it needs to go on this side for me. Let me see if I've got another sponge under there. Okay, I do have another sponge that's dry. It was down in the bottom. So let's go ahead and get that. This is Folk Art Vanilla. That's what our base was in on the boot. So let's just put a little bit, won't take much, especially with the color it already is. Now Folk Art paint is a whole, oops, that came out a lot. Folk Art paint is a whole lot thicker than the other paints. So again, I want to put, load it on. Load it on and then offload it. This is not going to show up a lot because it's almost the same color. I'm just dabbing it on. If I were to use a brush, it would get all over it. So I'm not pushing down real hard. I'm just lightly going over it. Okay, and since they are so much the same color, I think one is going to do it. One coat will work great. I'll grab my glue. Actually, I'm going to seal them separately. I'm going to spray them and seal them seal it separately, and then I will glue it on. I think that would work best. Let me take a look at it. Okay, now it's going to be backwards for you this because of the side that's painted. But that added just enough to bring out that bottom color down here. Okay, I'm happy with it. Yay! I don't think it was a flop. I said it was going to be a flip or a flop. I think it was a flip. Okay, I'm just going to clean up these edges here, and then I'm going to call it done. The only, started to say I might put a bumblebee up here somewhere. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I think it's got so much going on that I think it's probably enough the way it is. So let me bring you back up here. I'll hold it back a little bit. And then with our welcome on it. Okay, you did wonderful tonight, helping me out with it and the colors and what I should and shouldn't do. But there were so many different patterns that I could go with on it. I had the chevron that we could have done. I had this one like we did in the sunflower that I showed you in the beginning. There were just so many things that you could do. I've really not played around with stencils like I should. I'm really getting excited about them, and because there's so many to choose from, and the ones at Hobby Lobby, show-offs, I think is what they're called. They're nice little stencils, and as long as you clean them and keep them nice, you know, they'll do well for you. And hand sanitizer gets it off if it's being kind of sticky. Y'all, look at this hair today. Okay, that's another thing. On my post that I did, I posted 3 pictures. Do you like my hair long, short, long or short? Because I've been trying to decide. Do I want to go get it cut? Do I want to just leave it and let it grow some more? What do I want to do? I've got it curled because it's gotten pretty long. I mean, it's down here. But for me, this is long. But I don't think I had a single, I had some that said either way, but I don't think I had a single long. I had a man come up to me at church the other night. He had seen the post, and he said, short, but I was going to say long, but then I'd be the only one. And I looked at him a minute, and I thought, oh, the Facebook post. I didn't know what he was talking about. But anyway, so I think short wins, so I got to make an appointment and get my hair cut. But thank you so much for joining me. And again, thanks, Roxy. If you're new on here, be sure and tell me where you're from. Thanks, Annette. Hi, Kathy. Love working with the stencils. Oh, I bet. I know. I'm kind of hooked now. There's so many different ones that you can do. I've done a couple, but haven't really gotten really into them like I have lately. So I'm just getting braver and braver, and hope to be doing more of it. So I think next week, if all goes well, next week on Thursday, I think we're going to paint a little bunny. That's what's in my head. I'm not sure exactly yet. I've got a lot of stuff to paint, so we'll see. But thank you so much for being on here tonight. Thank you for those that sprinkled. And just to let you know again, if you will just at least just go check out my website. You don't have to purchase anything, but I just want you to check it out and make sure that it's showing up for you. It's still in the baby stages. We're still trying to make things pretty, but I want to make sure it's working, that you can at least get to it. So go to Young at Heart Creations, the name of my business.com, and then click on store and go to the painted items, not the templates, but the painted items, and just click on them. Just make sure they come up for you. And if you have any issues at all, please private message me through instant messenger, and let me know that it didn't work for you. You were not able to pull anything up. But so far, I haven't had any problems with it. So, but I want you to try it out if you don't mind. and just let me know what you think. You know, is it looking okay? Again, we're still working on the aesthetics of it, so it looks nicer, but we just want to make sure that it's there and that you can get to it. All right, ladies, I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to go eat some supper with my hubby, with Mr. Pam. Thanks again for all your help. I'll have to do the back of it, and then have to put our welcome on and spray it, and put, oh, I just wanted to show you there's no paint on the back from the way we patted it. So give that a try. That's something I had gotten on it earlier. But anyway, I'll paint over that, and we'll get it all sealed and ready to go. Oh, breaking up. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.